Welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this emergency technical analysis, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what's going on. We have some breaking news as Bitcoin broke 30,000 for the first time since June. We have XRP still sitting around the 5155 level. So we're going to take a look at that as the total crypto mark broke over the 1.188 trillion. And we're going to see what needs to happen to verify a run up to the 1.259 trillion. And also Bitcoin to verify a run up to around the 32K level that we talked about this morning. And also XRP, what do we need to do to get up to that 585 double top? As now, we've kind of got a little bit of a backing here. And the bear trap is playing out as we assumed would. We talked about how we were on the collapse watch on Sunday during Easter Sunday. And if we held that danger zone, it would more than likely play out as a bear trap, which we've been talking about for the better part of 4 or 5 days, longer than that now. But it didn't seem like it was just going to drop. It just seemed too easy. Every single person was saying to short the market, and we were about to short it, and we talked about how we could short it, but we had to wait for the confirmation for us to break down on the 1.139 and confirm that we never did though, on the total crypto market cap. So a lot of people were saying that Bitcoin was about to go down. I was talking about the collapse watch and I showed the parameters, but I was talking about the bear trap because it seemed like the more obvious route with the quantitative easing would be a bear trap. We're printing all this money into existence, and that allows these risk-on assets to pump. So I'm going to stop blabbering before I get some hate mail. So make sure to hit that like button as it will greatly push me through the analytics. If you want to give me a thumbs up and, kick me in the balls, that's fine too. Just make a reaction. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good evening, 9:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, April 10th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we're going to start out with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is sitting at about 29,807. It was up to 30,000, but it's come down a couple hundred points. We'll take a... So what we're looking at with Bitcoin... We were in this channel for a very long time when we talked about how it looked like a consolidation wave. That's what it looked like to me. And I said it looked like more than likely it would play out as a left shoulder, but we had to keep talking about if it broke down, we had to keep the layers level. And we knew if it broke down below 27,260, we would have to run down to 25,194. But the moment we broke up and held this region at 28,650 approximately, we knew we were running up. And our level is right here at about 32,113 in current times. It's just you got to keep running it across on that uptrending resistance. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Now, in the 30-minute time frame, are we overextended? Well, we're overextended in all time frames with Bitcoin. So you can't really look at that. There was I think it was 120,000 Bitcoin bought in a very short amount of time. Bought and sold, so... there was a lot of volatility coming in. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Make sure you're looking at that. And if we do come down, it is possible that Bitcoin might come down back to 28,655. But if you come all the way back down there, that's probably going to signal an end. It's more likely that we're going to continue moving on here. But if you see us break down below, let's take it out into the 30-minute just real quickly. We'll probably come down. At some point, we're going to come down here and try to hold the short term. So maybe down to 29,291. But we're nowhere near finishing this pattern if this continues like this. And we've already broke out past here now. Could this be a very big fake out? I don't know, because you see that volume came in. There's been a volume surge. Several big candles. So to me, it seems like more than likely this bear trap played out and we're going to come up to about 32,000. We have very strong resistance at 29,900, so keep that in mind. So now it's relevant to have it on the board, but that is very, very strong resistance right here, about 29,900. So just keep that in mind. If we get rejected there, we could possibly come down to 28,660 approximately and confirm that breakout because we haven't confirmed it yet on a big dump. So that's something to pay attention to. If we're looking at the total crypto market cap, and then we'll go into XRP because I want you to understand the market before we get into XRP tonight. So the total crypto market cap is at 1.188 trillion, and that's important because that's the exact level that it needs to hold. So we're going to know right now if we're going to continue up right away or if we got to come down a little bit and reconsolidate. We need to hold the 1.118, or the 1.188, and that's exactly where we're at right now. If we're bringing into a slightly smaller time frame, you can see we're right now trying to hold it. Is it going to happen? It's tough to say. We're overextended a little bit right now, but we did. You see that volume spike that came in here. So we'll see what happens here. But that's what you would have to see. And if we don't hold it, there's a chance we have to come back out to the breakout point. And that would put us somewhere around the 1.177. So pay attention to that. And then if you broke down below that, well, then you might get into a little trouble here. And you could very well find your way back down to the 1.157. But that's less likely. I'd say the 1.177, then see what happens if we do come through the 1.118 or the 1.188. So pay attention to that. I know it's a lot of information, but hey, if you're coming here, I want you to learn. XRP's at 5123 approximately, down 1.20%. And we never could get over 52.2. Not yet. We have this little cup and handle that this would be a good start for XRP. I know a lot of other things I've ran and XRP just kind of didn't do anything. But this could be a first step right here for a build up to here. So just pay attention to that formation. We don't want to come back below somewhere around here. Even if we consolidated back down to here, it could still be a buffer back to the next level. But right now we have the 522 solid resistance here, and we have the 494 underneath. I guess you could say we've started something like that as well. So we've come around, try to hold this on the cup and handle to swoop out. So that's what we're looking at here with XRP. So we have the 522, and if we can break out of this region, we do have some broader support. It could be the consolidated wave, just like with Bitcoin, and it's just expanding here. If we break this out into the 30, this is kind of expanding. I see it in Dogecoin too a little bit, but if you look at XRP, we got like down here to a head, maybe to a shoulder, and then what if it breaks up? I feel like somehow we got to retest that top. So somehow we're more than likely are going to find our way up there. But we'll know if it doesn't, because we'll get rejected at 522 and it'll go horribly wrong when we first break this uptrending resistance that we talked about. And then ultimately would go down and lose the 494. Then we know something's going wrong. But we really don't want to lose this formation that we've just... Whoops. That looks like hell. I get what I'm saying. You don't want to lose that formation, though. So basically, it's boom, 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 boom. You want to break up, and you don't want to go... and then break to the downside and then come down, because then you're going to retest the 494. So what XRP is looking for is to break up out of this small formation it's created, but we got to get on top of the 522. Then we can contend with the 5585, and then ultimately we can get up there at the 585 double top. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you could share this on social media, share it to somebody who hasn't seen this content before, because then we get more people in here that don't have to listen to the FUD. Get some real technical analysis where I don't give you any bullshit, no advertising, yada, yada, yada. And then if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that as we're closing in on 16,000. We're at about 15,848 subscribers right now, so I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're looking to find a way to trade XRP in the USA and also abroad with no spot fees, and also have the ability to leverage trade the short end of the market or longing the market up to 250x, I have two options below, MEXC and or BITGET. It's in the video description below and or pinned comment. And also, if you want to join Tom's Army to get into the Telegram, that's in the video description below, along with the way to donate XRP if you so choose. That's in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassin. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point on this incredible journey to 2025? And if XRP is doing what it seems like it's in a bear trap here, one could construe that as a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and now we're attempting the breakout. So make sure you pay very close attention to what's going on, and we just don't want to lose that little pattern that I just created there in front of you. So if you're attempting to long this, you'd have to put a stop loss underneath that formation down there. So you'd have to be below the 482. So just pay attention, or you could play it conservatively and you could put it below the 499. So that's just the way it's going right now. But be very, very cautious and don't get trapped in something you don't want to go in because somebody else said something was going to happen.